Assalamu alaikum. So in this brief video, I want to talk about what I'm doing for language learning at the current moment in Arabic as a progress video for myself to be able to look back on, and hopefully there's something that you can also take away from this video. At this point, I can comfortably say I think that I'm an intermediate learner of the Arabic language as a second language learner on this journey of trying to pursue native-like fluency, bi'idhnillah. And currently my daily routine that I'm trying to achieve on a daily basis would be, number one, I do my review of my Anki flashcards that I create. And I've obviously talked about how I do that in other videos, but I'll try to review those flashcards. Then I will look to create new flashcards through consuming actively some new piece of content. So usually that, like over the past week, over a couple of days, I've gone through a couple of chapters of Harry Potter. Today I went through a lesson of Al-Arabi Bayna Yadayk. I'm on the very last book, and I'm slowly but surely trying to get through that book. So I'll have some sort of native content or some sort of content that I will go through. Harry Potter is one that I really like, Al-Arabi Bayna Yadayk, and then there's actually a great app called Akhdar, which is essentially, if anyone knows Blinkist for in the English language, it's essentially book summaries in the Arabic language. And I really like it because, first of all, I get a whole array of topics and things that I can consume, but also because they're condensed and all in different like subjects or different topics, I'm gonna find different vocab within a period of like 20 minutes. So which is a lot more convenient than Harry Potter now, because I'll sit through Harry Potter and I can comfortably understand pretty much most of the chapter, and so it's gonna be sometimes a little while or a few pages before I find a new word that I find it's worth sentence mining and bringing into my Anki deck. So that's essentially what I do for vocabulary. And then outside of that, I try my best to ensure that I'm listening to, in my free time, as much Arabic as possible. So one of the main things I do is I try to find documentaries. Actually, is one of the main things that I'm consuming these days. I'll find lectures if I can, certain lectures that will interest me. And this is what I'm doing to continue to increase my comprehension. And I'm at a point now where I really want to be able to improve my speaking ability. And I've kind of come to the realization that through input alone, I won't actually be able to achieve it won't come automatically to me to be able to speak if I just continue to listen and consume content. Whereas this was kind of my mindset previously. And so inshallah, going forward, I do intend to start shadowing to be able to build up my ability to quickly and easily be able to produce speech. And then I might start recording. I've had it kind of on my mind to start recording some videos of myself, hopefully on a daily basis, where I can just kind of record myself on a random topic and then watch it back and see, how am I doing in terms of speaking, because my speaking abilities are absolutely, I would say it's pretty much, from my perspective, it's almost non-existent, because I could keep up a conversation, but it's not nearly as good as my listening or my reading ability. Whereas, listening and reading, I can really easily understand a lot of stuff. Speaking, it's still a little bit of a challenge. And then also for writing, I do intend to start doing dictation, which is basically I would put on something and I would just start trying to copy down exactly what they're saying to be able to develop my ability to write in the language. So, those are the goals that I have. I'm hoping that within a year I can continue to kind of push myself to expand my vocabulary and improve my ability to understand the language to a point where I would say I'm kind of like at really comfortably like a level of secondary educated, Arabic in modern standard Arabic. That's kind of my goal in terms of understanding, comprehension. And then hopefully within the next year, I'm hopeful, inshallah, that I can also then develop that ability to speak comfortably in modern standard Arabic, because that is one of the important goals for me over the coming year, bi'idhnillah. And so, I think if you can keep up this type of regime, I think the most important thing that I realized over the past year is just showing up every day and doing this process, and really just having this process in place. And I'm not really looking at any specific result and being able to really read any specific book or have any specific conversation, but just learning the language holistically. I've seen some incredible growth, and I'm hoping that next time I sit down to kind of do this type of a progress video, I can talk about, having reached a more advanced level in the Arabic language. And going forward, I do intend to create more long-form content on this platform. So if you've watched until this point, let me know if you have any specific suggestions. One of the main things I want to talk about is the processes that I've kind of realized over the past year specifically that are really important to achieving native-like fluency, because I think there's a lot of false promises of, you do a specific course or go through a specific book and you'll become fluent, and realize it's way more than that to reach native-like fluency, which is really what I'm trying to achieve. So if you have any feedback for me on that, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Bismillah. Wassalamu alaikum.